habit is a regular practice that most of us are dependent on. Often, we don't realize the cause nor its effects. Some everyday, seemingly harmless habits can be so bad that they can cause lasting brain damage. The human brain is the most precious and important organ of our body, and we all fail to think that the brain also requires exercise or training and nutrition for it to function well. Thus, forming good habits and avoiding the following bad habits will prevent brain damage and keep it healthy. The focus of this video is to discover those habits that damage the brain. First of all, water. Most of us not drinking enough water throughout the day. And 90% of our brain is made out of water. If you sit in the air conditioning for a long time without drinking water, your cells will shrink. Water not only keeps our bodies hydrated, but it also keeps our minds healthy. So, during the day, drink plenty of water. After water is the skipping breakfast, and most of us skips breakfast in the morning, which helps in impairing the brain. Our brain also needs appropriate nutrients at the appropriate time to function its best. Due to a fast-paced lifestyle, most of us avoid or end up skipping our breakfast to save some time. This leads to low sugar supply and poor nutrient supply to the brain. The brain needs pure glucose to function. Poor supply of nutrition can have harmful effects on the brain, like degeneration of the brain cells. So it is better to break the fast and have good meal in the morning for disruptive supply of sugar and nutrient. Next is exercise, which we often do or we don't want to do. Being physically inactive is a seriously bad habit that damages the brain. Besides being a primary catalyst for multiple diseases including cancer, dementia, depression, heart disease, and obesity, physical inactivity contributes to cognitive decline. Exercise makes you more flexible and increases mobility. Without enough exercise, the mobility and brain's power of movement reduces and decreases stability and motor skills. Studies have shown exercise helps to keep us younger by releasing happy hormones called endorphins. Not just the brain, but exercise strengthens your heart and lungs too. Exercise helps memory and thinking through both direct and indirect means. Regular exercise reduces inflammation and insulin resistance and stimulates chemicals that promote the growth of new brain cells. Indirectly, regular exercise stabilizes mood and improves sleep quality. It also reduces anxiety and stress, which are commonly associated with cognitive impairment. At least 75 minutes of vigorous aerobic activity or 150 minutes of moderate aerobic activity per week. After exercise is lack of proper sleep, which helps in damaging our brain. If you have ever lost your way home or forgotten your keys somewhere and cannot recollect where, then lack of sleep has probably been the culprit behind this temporary memory loss. Without enough sleep, certain brain cells die, and it then becomes harder for you to remember things. Neurologically, some of the effects of poor sleep are rather obvious. Reactions time drops, we are more error-prone, and feel more depressed and anxious than usual. Insufficient sleep can also cause headaches, hormonal imbalances, and impaired memory. Sleep is critical for brain health. We must make it a priority to establish healthy pre-bedtime and bedtime sleeping habits. Psychological issues can also crop up due to bad sleep or sleep disturbances. So make sure you get your daily sleep for 7 to 8 hours of sleep. Next, which helps in impairing our brain, is smoking. This is probably one of the most harmful habits that we indulge in, as smoking not only causes lung diseases or heart diseases, but it also leads to shrinkage of multiple cells in the brain and can lead to problems like dementia, Alzheimer's, and maybe even death. Excessive smoking indirectly causes neuroinflammation, which can cause an autoimmune disorder called multiple sclerosis, MS. Next, after smoking, is sitting for too long also damages brain. Or maybe it has similar effects as smoking does to brain. As per a study, a sedentary lifestyle is a more significant predictor of abnormal brain structure than physical activity. The authors note that physical activity, even at higher levels, is not sufficient to offset the harmful effects of sitting for extended periods of time. It also has an impact on one's health. The more inactive you are, the more anxiety, depression, and other unpleasant impacts you will experience. As a result, it is recommended that you exercise every day. Give time in sports. Every now and then, get out of your chair. If you are getting bored with list of damages, then please hit the like button and continue watching the video till the end and save your brain before it's too late. Next in the list, everyone's favorite music, but listening to music at a high level helps in brain. Please fill in the blank in the comment box. But just because loud music is fun and energetic doesn't mean that it's right for you. According to research, listening to loud music with headphones, defined as above 110 decibels, has the same effect on the brain's nerves as multiple sclerosis. Nerve fiber can be stripped of the protective coating, myelin, and disrupt the brain's signaling mechanisms. As a rule of thumb, it's a good idea to listen to your music at no more than 60% of your device's maximum volume. Anything above that level increases the risk of brain damage and resultant hearing loss. Sorry to say, but after the loud music it is overeating and eating sugary foods, which plays very important role in impairing our brain. As we know, too much of anything is bad. Chahe wo pani ho ya coke. Sorry, back to the damages. Too much of anything is bad. The same applies to our brain too. Overeating leads to deposition of cholesterol plaques and thickening of blood vessels of the brain, causing reduced blood supply to brain cells. This can cause serious damage to the normal functioning of the brain. It is found that overeating leads to Alzheimer's disease. Overeating leads to obesity, which in turn damages our self-image and self-confidence and can lead to depression and other psychological problems. High consumption of refined sugars is known to destroy the ability of the brain and body to absorb proteins and nutrients. Poor nutrition will lead to malnourishment and brain disorders like poor memory, learning disorders, hyperactivity, and depression. And next is alcohol, but be happy it is abusing alcohol, not consuming alcohol like medicine. Greater the percentage of alcohol, higher is the number of cells that die in the brain. Alcohol leads to chemical imbalances when continued for longer durations and large quantities. Brain volume decreases due to chronic alcohol intake. Anything more than 2 units day for men and 1 unit day for women is excess alcohol. So please have accordingly, if there is no other way around. Thank you all for watching the video. Only 3 more points left which helps in impairing our brain. First is stress, which plays most important role in impairing the brain within very less time. Stress is a part of everyone's life. Certain amount of stress related to work or family is a part and parcel of life. Stress of completing work on time or winning a competition is a healthy expression of stress. But when stress goes beyond your capacity to cope, it hinders the normal functioning of the brain and makes you feel low, depressed, angry, irritable, and sleepless. As we are moving toward the end of the video, second last and most important in list is thoughts. Lack of stimulating thoughts. Research shows that people who do not think much or often enough have shrinking brains. Thus, to maintain and expand the brain, it is very necessary to think. Thinking, reading, and writing will train and enhance the brain for better functioning and prevent from being damaged. Lastly, is exposure to pollution. Our brain is totally dependent on oxygen. The more you expose yourself to harmful chemicals or polluted and contaminated air, the lesser oxygen reaches the brain. Lack of adequate oxygen in the body may lead to death of cells in the brain. Studies in mice exposed to polluted air over a long run show physical damage to the brain. Time to get out to the park and breathe some fresh and clean air each day. We are all aware that our daily activities have an impact on our physical health. However, it has an impact on our brain as well. Whatever we do, hear, or respond to have a direct and indirect influence on the brain. Because certain of our actions can harm the brain, it is critical to identify and change these brain-disrupting habits. Now, in the end, I want to thank you all for watching the video till the end. And request you all no, it's not about subscribing the channel, no, it's not about hitting the like button. I request you all don't indulge in helping above mentioned habits to damage your brain and enjoy your life fullest. Thank you once again. Now you can hit the like button, and if not subscribe the channel, then do needful. Take care, good luck.